creating a file. Name this file as so let me just give a name, basics travel mobile app. So I'll go to my page first, rename this page as assets. I'll start with the frame, change the frame to plugin file cover. Right, I'll call this thumbnail. So I'll give whatever name I would want. Like probably I'll come back again once I'm done with the work. Right, I'll take the screenshot of the app I have designed. I'll get that here. I'll just probably create some 3D effect or some deform it like and add that there. So for now, I'll just create a rectangle. Align it to the bottom and left. So go with some light green color and then the cup. I'm just doing it. Next thing I'm going to do is setting this as a thumbnail. So before setting it to thumbnail, I just add um, what is our website called as the app we are doing. I'll probably go with what's the name? Travel. I'll go with the same hotel California. I think like we did it somewhere in this page. Like so, I'll go to assets. It's not present here. So the I'll just get this Control C from here. Go to my travel app. I'm pasting it here. So I'll also scale this and make it big. Now this particular app, like whatever the instance, the component, I'm taking it from another page, right? Like so, if you want to retain the relation between both, you can just keep it, or if you want to completely redo, detach and like redo it, you can do it. I'm going to keep it like because like so, if I make changes here, like it should work in both the places. I'll go with this. I'll also add some text. The travel or might be I will your travel buddy. I don't know, might be we'll have to rework on the text. The font I'll be using here is Poppins. Make it 100. Might be 50 would be good. So I've got this. So my thumbnail is ready, right? Like so, I'm just adding this set as thumbnail. I'm going to create one more frame this time with a desktop. I'll use this one for all the um, primary components will come over there, right? Like so, like colors, like so. I'm not still going to color and stuff. I'm just keeping it like to the basic things. Now the logo is already here. I'm going to just duplicate the logo and keep a copy of logo if in case this is big, right? Like I want to keep it to the actual size. I'll say reset all changes or reset size, so which will go to the original size, and I'm having the logo there. I need to create a hamburger menu, right? Like so to create the hamburger thing, so I'll start with the 3 lines. Shall I recreate it or shall I continue copy it from there? I'll just copy it. So I think I did it in this one. Let me just copy this guy. 3 variants. Control C. Come back here. Paste it. Um, Again, it is not the since I'm copying the original one, it is actually getting the it's not an instance. So even for the icons, I could have done the same thing. I could have copied the original logo from there. So the hamburger is ready for me. Now with these two, I'll start with the design. I'm going to create a new page. So the page, this is I'll call home visual design. I'll start with the frame for mobile phone. I'll go with the iPhone mini 375. So I'll call this home. The next thing I'm going to do here is like I'll start with the first of all, let me convert this frame into an auto layout, right? Like you can choose either ways. I'm going to convert this to an auto layout. I'll do Shift A to add it to an auto layout. I'll keep the width fixed and height also fixed. Next thing I'm going to do here is creating my header component. So I'll start with the rectangle. Once I've done, or I can start with a rectangle or get the this one. So the logo component, I think I'll remove rectangle. Let me just get the logo component which is present here. Control C. I can do Control C from here or go to assets and get the logo. I'll go to visual designs, paste it here, convert. Once I've got the logo, I'll convert this to a auto layout, Shift A, and I'll call this particular frame as header. Now the home, the basic frame, right? Like so, it has got auto layout. The properties here are vertical. The space between every column is 10. I'll keep it. Let it be 10. The right and left is 10 pixels. I'll make it 0 and 0. I don't want any space. Let me also start with the grid to the parent element. I'll add a layout grid. So I'll go change this to columns. I'll go with the 5 column or might be 4 column grid. They're selected as stretch. The margin I want around 16 pixels on either side. Gutter space is also set to 16. You can go with like whatever you want. Like I'll go with the 16 pixel gutter. This is the first column set I'm creating. Might be if you want one more, you can do that. This time I'll add same column. Again 4 columns. It is stretch. The margin is what was I gave 16, right? I'll give 16 and the gutter would be 0. So if in case if you want to get the, I think I made some mistake. Hmm? Yeah, it was 16 and 16. Yeah. In this one, I'll remove the margin. Yeah, I'll remove the margin so that like it comes exactly to the center. Like if I want to use no, it is not coming properly. Or might be I don't need the. Yeah, I don't need. I think this is good enough. Like I'll go with this. Hmm. Yeah, so this 4 column layout. Um, so now I'll go to the header. Inside the header, I'm adding a fill to the background. Probably I'll choose. I'm not like worrying too much about the colors this time. I'll just go with like some basics. Like I think I'll go with some greenish tint. The background color is being added, and then to the header, I'll go to the width. I'll go to the width and choose the width as fill container. I'll also set the right and left margin to 16, right? I've used 16. Top and bottom, again I'll go with 16 so that like, so there is that space added either side. And the next element I'm adding should actually go to the end of it. So I'm choosing auto to this one. I'll go to components. So there is this hamburger component. I'm just dragging it to within this. Come again? Auto layout? Yes. Right, like just changed it. Now I want the elements to go change the elements to the other side. I actually wanted this in the center of this block. So I'll go choose the header, align this to the center here so that like it comes in the center. Um, the header part is done. Might be I'll choose the header and I'll add a slight drop shadow if you want, or probably I'll just leave that. The next thing I have to do is like a hero banner. So I'll start with the rectangle. Um, I'll convert this rectangle to a auto layout. I'll choose the auto layout to fill container. I'll call this hero banner. Within hero banner, like I got the image. I'll make the image as fill container, and the height of this to be around 300 or might be 280. So the space is looking odd, so I'll go to the parent and remove the space between them, make it 0. Hero banner, I'll call this the hero image placeholder. Right, like so tomorrow when you have to change the image, you can always change the image. One thing to keep in mind like here is like if you want to get some effect on top, create a separate layer for the image part. So now to add text on this, since this is an auto layout, if you want to add text which will come on top of it, like it's not possible. So what will I do? I'll go create a might be I will use a text tool. I'll create explore the world with us. I'll use the text as fill container and the font size as around. Practically when I'm working on this one, I would be using type scale looking at like proper type scale and stuff, like so we'll also explore how to do the type scale and stuff, like so let's not worry about the thing now. I'll open Figma so that I can see like what's happening, like the font sizes, colors and all will give a better right. Explore the world with this. I'll probably use a fancy looking font for this, or might be this regular boring one. So the text is not actually inside the, this text is not inside the hero image. So I'm getting this into a hero image, and probably this is good enough thing. I also need a button there. So what I'll do is I'll quickly create a button there. I'll start with the text tool. I'll call this वही कर रहा हूँ. So I'm using explore destinations. Right, I just started with the text, making it around 14. So explore destinations, this has been, I'll convert this to a component. First let me add a auto layout around this. I'll go with the fill, and one more the visual the mistake like what we do when we're designing this is not disabling the grid, right, like so it's just a simple button, shift G, keep enabling disabling the stuff so that like you get the clear view when you're designing, and it becomes a habit, like so you will be working under uh, that particular thing, like so just disable them. I'm doing explore destinations, like I converted this to a, I'll call this um, primary button. So now once I'm done with the primary button, I'm going to convert, probably I'll add some fill to it. I'll go the primary color, I would probably go with the green, making it darker, right? Plus I'll come to auto layout. The right and left would be 15, top and bottom would be 10. Probably I'll go back and add a light margin to it. So I mean corner radius to this. The color of the text, I'll probably change this to white. I think this is good enough. Like so, let's not worry about the colors and stuff. Like so, we'll just go ahead and do this now. Now I'm inside hero banner. Hero banner, there is a hero placeholder image, right? Like so, there is this button. I'll convert this button to a component. Right? I'll create component. Now this is the original component. What I'll do is, so since I'm creating the component right here, I'll create a text property so that like so tomorrow if I have to use this button, it will be easier. I'll go to the text layer. I'll call this button text. So simple, done, right? Like so I've created a component with the style. Now I'll duplicate this. I'll duplicate the button. I'll go to the original one. I'll cut the button, go to my assets panel and paste it here, so that like so my all the original components are in one place, so that like it becomes easier for me to go back and look at them. Coming back to visual design again, so my instance is already here, which is good. I need to get the image. So probably what I'll do is I'll get the image. I'll use some image for now. What's the plugin to use images? I'll go with pixels. So might be, what's your favorite destination? Pakistan. I'll use Lahore. Norway, Germany. Let's go with so probably we'll go with this one. Oh, since the title we says explore the world, like let's go with some. I'll go with this. So just close this. Photo got inserted. Now I need to get this text on top of it. Like so, since I've used auto layout, how do what's the plan? How do I get this onto auto layout now? So what I'll do is I'll choose both of this, put this into another auto layout. I'll call this text. I mean hero text. So probably I'll set up the right and left as around 40, so that like it comes to the center, and top and bottom should be fine. And then I'll use absolute position for the, you can do it either ways, for the image or for the text. I'll do it for the text. Now I'll align this to the bottom. Probably I'll change the bottom to be around 20 pixels, so that like it's little above. Again, you can go ahead and play around with the text and like so do whatever other changes you would want to do. Now since I want like some visibility to the text, I'll change the color of this to white. Still it is not clearly visible because of the content, right? So what I'll do is I'll use a light background onto the image. You can just go ahead and add a background overlay right onto this one. So I'll just do that. I'll go choose the color. Might be this time I'll use a gradient background. I'll start with the black 100%. This is white, and this is only 20%. I'll make it 50. I think it's looking good on the mobile phone with the 50%. Might be I'll do it 60%. So my then you can also go back and rework on the image, text, and जो भी करना है कर सकते हैं कौस्तुभ. So the next one is so I have to do that particular part, the scrolling one. So I got header, hero banner. We'll take break at 11:10. The home header hero banner is done. I'm going to create the next one. Like so, in the next thing, like I have to create the component again and create the scrolling text. So now, since I've already created a component, can I reuse this component? I got the asset. I'll go to assets. So this is my component. Like I've already created. There's a button. Can I reuse the same component? So let me just do it. Like I'll go choose the primary component. Right. I'll create a variant to this component. Like so, currently it is called a primary button. The second one. So the first thing I'll go back and change the name of this one to button. The first one I'll call this second one. Yeah, so this one I'll call this property one. I'm changing this as primary, and this one as like what do you call this, like a plain button, or I'll probably use a ghost Yeah. So now I'll go the property like whatever I'm using. I'll call this button type primary and ghost. I'll go to the second the ghost button might be I don't need a fill. I'll just go with the stroke, choose the color and remove the fill, and also change the text color to the same color, might be this one. And I might want a pill kind of thing to it, so I'll go change the radius to around 30 or 35. I also don't want the text to be like big there, like I want it to be it's a simple thing, like so I'll make it 12. And if you want to compact it a bit, like you can also go back and compact it, like so for me this is okay. I'll just like get this onto the screen and see this now. I'll go to my visual design. I want to include the button. I'll go to assets. There is this button. You can either include it from an asset, or just do copy this, Control C, come back to the main screen and paste it and change the button to ghost. There you go. What I'll do is I'll put this into a auto layout. I'll call this might be what are this? What did we intend to do there? Genres. It's what is link? But like what are those? Are they genre, travel type, right? So yeah, if it is destination, like so, let's do destinations then. Destinations, and for each of this button, so this destination will go fill container, right? And I'll add some margin. The space between every element is 10 pixel. The top and bottom is how much? We are going with yeah, 16, so I'll do 8, or might be right and left I'll do 16. Top and bottom I'll stick to 8. So I'll go to the button, duplicate it. So this one is, since they are destinations, like I'll go with the Asia Pacific. Yeah, Himalayas. Europe. हाँ? So, एक जगह का नाम नहीं लिखा. Japan, Korea, Russia. So I think so let's add a few more. Uh, North India, United Kingdom, right? Like so, I think like this is good enough. We created the components here. I'll go make them horizontal, right? Like, and we are done. So in fact, like I want this not till the edge. Or might be like so. It's okay. It's looking good on the, so that like it's cutting it off a bit, right? Like so that on the screen. I'll keep it as 8 and see. Or might be 12. The buttons are looking like too loud, so I'll go to this one. I'll go to the main component. Might be. I'll just change the ghost button right? Let's say the right and left padding to be 12, or yeah, I think I'll keep it 15, plus top and bottom I'll keep it 6, so that let's say they look small. Yeah, they're looking as I'm doing the changes, they're looking here. Um, might be, so I would also want a rollover effect to this one, right? Like so when someone rolls over and stuff like so. But for now, this is good. Like so, you can create one more variant, ghost over, and then create a rollover effect for this one. Same thing for this one. Create one more variant, and like everything is in one button, right? So we did. This looks good. I'll go back to instance. Job done. The next one is this one. We have to create those cars and continue with that one. Or probably before going to it, like so, let's do the menu, or let's complete this one and come to the menu again. Destinations is done. The next thing I'm doing here is the card. So shall we go to break and come back and continue this?